This podcast is a Radio Mike original production. Head to radiomike.com.au to find out more. Before we get into the show today, I just wanted to tell you that you can support the show on Patreon. Patreon.com/Harry Potter and the Boys, just a couple bucks a month. Think of it as like $1 an episode of this show. If you get $1 of value a week from this show and what me and Sam are doing each week, jump on the Patreon. You get full video versions of the pod, and you also get a little extra, about 5 minutes or so at the start of every podcast as well, where me and Sam just talk shit. Anyway, here's this week's episode or something. 50 years after the final Harry Potter book, Harry Potter is now headmaster of Hogwarts, ready to usher in a brand new generation of witches and wizards. My name's Radio Mike, and I love Harry Potter. In fact, I love Harry Potter so much that when I was a kid, I wrote a series of 7 Harry Potter fan fiction novels. This is book 3 in that series. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Commentors from Kazkaban. Everyone, welcome to Harry Partridge and the Boys, a fan fiction podcast by me, Radio Mike. Sam Garlips here.
What the hell happened there?
I was just going to check if you listened at the start.
Harry Potter and the Boys.
No, I said Harvey Partridge.
Harvey Partridge?
I purposely got the name wrong to be like, I wonder if Sam listens to this.
I was kind of zoned out, but that really did bring me back into it. But I thought you were doing an accent.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter and the Boys.
Well, last week we were doing Shrek
a fan fiction podcast by me, Radio Mike.
Radio Mike. Sam Garlips here. Sam, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm still me.
And how have you been? Have you been well?
Oh God, it's been such a while since we've spoken.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't. No, this is the third ep we've done in a row, I think, or the second. Or
yeah, and
like that.
you know, some podcasts won't tell you they're pre-recording.
No.
But we're telling you we are.
I'm telling you, most radio that you hear is pre-recorded.
Wow.
Now, that's a bombshell.
That is a bombshell.
Would you agree with that? A lot of radio is pre-recorded.
A lot, but not, I don't know, most is, most? Most?
Well.
Most.
Well.
Some.
A lot of radio is pre-rec.
Oh my God. On radio, speaking about radio.
Yeah.
This isn't that drunk, but I saw the Carrie and Tommy show put up a clip.
Yeah.
Just like yesterday before.
Yeah.
They'd like blindfolded Tommy Little, and there's like maybe a spider or a snake.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
I think I saw it.
And Sonda, who works at Fox, is one of the producers. No longer works there.
She's gone to Nova.
Well, this clip is from when she was still there then.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Tommy is in a blindfold, but he gets freaked out and like pushes behind her, and then she completely bowls over and hits her head on a whiteboard. And
I did see that.
It's quite violent.
Yeah.
And I was like, why would you share that?
I know.
That's like...
yeah, it's like she looked like
it looked really hurt.
Yeah.
And that's just like evidence for workplace, like...
I think it was all in good fun. It was all in the spirit of the show.
It was all good fun. But then if I then did injure myself, I'd be like, well, guess what? It's on socials.
I'm claiming. Hey, one thing before we get into HP, you asked me before we were on, because there's a Patreon, 5 minutes of just random Patreon chat before the show starts.
And it's amazing.
Patreon.com/Harry Potter and the Boys.
Sometimes Mike reveals secrets.
Yeah. Like,
well, don't reveal
bloody mess.
That's it.
From last week.
Yeah.
But you were asking about my list?
Yes, because Mike we talked about it ad nauseum, I would say. And it really grinded my gears.
Yeah.
That you were making a list of everyone you've ever met. And I think we chatted, you're up to about 700, then we chatted again, you were about 1,500.
Yeah.
That was weeks ago.
Yeah.
And what's the update?
I haven't looked at it in weeks. Like, I gave up on it. Because it was just like, it consumed me for like a week, and then sort of, I think you actually called this. I was just like, oh, this sucks and it's a waste of my time. I genuinely was like, this is going to be the rest of my life doing this.
But it's, I don't know what I'm not, because I know I was annoyed that you were doing it, but I'm more annoyed you've stopped, because it was like, that's exactly what I was saying. I was like, it's going to be so hard for you to do, and like eventually you get up to, no, but I'm annoyed even more now because you didn't even get that far into it.
But you know what I think?
You got to what, 1700?
1700. But you know what I think?
So little.
Yeah, but what sort of
I could
gets
get I could get to more in less time. Seems like a challenge, but
Do it. Do it.
maybe I will.
Come back next week with... Come back... Okay, here's what I'll give you. Because where I'm in Europe right now, I'm not actually... This is all recorded probably a month and a half ago when people are listening. When I get back from Europe, have 2,000 people on a list.
I could do it. I could probably do it today.
Nah, well, do it. Do it.
I won't. But
Well, you said you could.
But you were so committed. You were like this. I can't believe that for something you said, I'm going to do this for the rest of my entire life. You had such little fortitude that you then gave up in less than 2 weeks.
You know what sort of the fallacy is when you start, names are coming to you left, right, and center. You get the first 500 in minutes, right? It's after that when you maybe you're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Like, you know you've met people, but you're just searching your brain to find them. And then you even get to the point where you're like, Ben Griffiths. Oh, I've already got him. And you have to actually... I was starting to double up because I was forgetting that I had remembered people already, right? And then it was just too confusing.
Which is all things I could have predicted.
Yeah, I know.
I probably said that.
Do you think this feels like a Kramer thing? Like... levels.
Yeah.
You don't think that I can? I know that you can, and I'm certain you won't.
Oh, it does feel like that, and now and you're just so like, oh yeah, I've given up. Yeah, it does feel like that.
Yeah,
you've frustrated me so much, and now that you've finished it, it's also frustrating.
This actually is the whole Kramer levels thing from Seinfeld.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Anyway,
should I put the air conditioner on? Do you reckon? It's getting a bit toasty.
If you want.
Yeah, I might pop it on. You talk to the audience while I do that.
God, well, how long is it going to take? Oh my God. Okay. Oh, okay. Harry Potter and the Boys is brought to you by Subway.
No, it's not.
Oh, well, that'd be good if it was, wouldn't it?
By the letter B and the number 12.
And put them together, B12 vitamins from Chemist Warehouse.
Okay, I'm back. The aircon's on, which should be good.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, it's a nice little breeze. Hey, do you have a titty or...
Uh,
Also, I've noticed in the owls that people are sending in, often people are signing off with their boobs, as in they're doing like bracket, space, dot, space, bracket, bracket, space, dot, space, bracket.
That's really good. Oh, I didn't like it.
No, I'm happy for it to continue, but it's just fun. It's funny.
Well, I think that maybe that's like them sending their boobs and you've got to sign them and the reply.
True.
You have to like put a squiggle through it.
True. So sign your boobs at the end of the night.
Yeah, I like that. Whoever's done that, very creative.
Yeah.
Probably more effort than we put
This
in
podcast.
we've put in a while.
Now, do you have something? Because you keep looking at your phone.
I know, because
like
didn't
you've got
I already
something
bring
there.
up? I just brought something, didn't I?
What was it?
The Indonesian Harry Potter.
Oh, that was in the Patreon only version.
Was it?
Yeah. You didn't know we hadn't started the show yet.
Oh, why did I do that?
Do you want to bring it here as well? I think you should.
Sorry,
Patreons, we're doubling
Really?
up here. Yes, that was before we started the show.
why did I waste it on the? No, I'm just kidding. I love the Patreons.
When you were doing it, I was like, why are you doing this in the Patreon? Why don't you do this in the actual show?
Oh, okay. Well, I've discovered a Indonesian version of Harry Potter called Alpha.
Yeah,
And-
ALFA.
I don't know if should I just play the audio that we've got or
Well, I'll just insert the
describe
audio.
it.
I'll just insert the audio.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe play it. Yeah, and I'll put the actual audio over.
why don't we play it for us so we can just watch it again?
Yeah. Cool. Gives me a bit more work
Here we
to
go.
do though. That's all.
If you are tired of rewatching the Harry Potter movies, then why not try this 40-plus hour-long Indonesian TV show that is definitely not Harry Potter. The show centers around this boy called Alpha who is living in a cupboard under the stairs with his magic-hating aunt and uncle who are definitely not
don't know why
the
we're watching it
Dursleys.
That's all right.
Letters getting ripped up.
Yeah.
Like in the real thing.
It's like low budget discount Aldi
When
Harry
letters
Potter.
delivered by owls are not enough to get Alpha to the wizarding school, then not Hagrid shows up to take him there. While studying at not Hogwarts, he meets friends like not Ron or not Hermione, and also rivals like not Draco. And teachers too, like not McGonagall or not Snape.
Hot Snape.
All of that with a zero budget for special effects.
I really want to watch it.
I think we should watch at least an episode
Yeah, the first episode.
of Alpha,
Yeah.
ALFA, and it's a complete rip-off of Harry Potter.
I wonder how much else they rip off. Like, you know, do they do all of the stories from the books?
Maybe. I mean, 40 episodes.
Yeah.
40-hour-long episodes.
That's crazy.
Whatever. I think that's what they said.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I think we should watch it.
I actually am excited.
We should have a watch party in a few weeks.
It's amazing that that can get funded and this show can't get funded.
I know. What's the deal with
I
that?
don't know. It's crazy. I have a little tidbit that we might have talked about before, but I just thought I'd bring it up again. The Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah, we have talked about the Philosopher's Stone before.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just leave
Don't
it. No.
No.
Dumbledore obviously hides it in the school and gets every teacher to set up a series of traps to like prevent people from getting to it. But like, and then
Which is weird.
the ultimate trap being that it's hidden in the mirror. But like,
Yeah.
like first of all, you know how it's like in the mirror and he's like, you could only get it out if you wanted to find the stone but not use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I don't get, all the teachers are like, we're putting our strongest line of defense up. And like Professor Sprout goes, oh, Devil's Snare. Even though she taught the first years how to defeat Devil's Snare that year. And like, I don't know.
So, how hard can it be?
There's the broomstick one, which is like catch the key, which like anyone who could ride a broom could do. Hence why Professor Quirrell was able to just do it.
Oh, yeah.
Then there's just a game of chess.
Well, that's hard.
But why can't you just walk around the chessboard as well?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also, like, it feels like if you have the mirror one, you probably don't need the other ones anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Get the mirror, put the mirror in...
Anywhere.
Yeah, put the mirror anywhere. Put it in Dumbledore's office.
Exactly. Yeah. Put
Like-
it doubles off.
Yeah.
100%.
Because then Voldemort comes in, hey, I'm here for the stone. Cool, get it out of the
Try and
mirror.
get it.
You can't. You
literally-
Actually, Voldemort never could have gotten the stone. So why did they need any of the traps?
Maybe just to catch him.
You know what else? The other room where Harry finds Professor Quirrell with the mirror, what is that room?
Yeah. We never see it again.
Because they're like, oh, there's all these secret rooms at Hogwarts, like the Chamber of Secrets and stuff. What is that room? The mirror room, down the trap door in the... Like, what is that?
Yeah, it's not like they use it again for, like, theatre.
Transfigure... Yeah.
Drama class.
Yeah.
It looks like a bit of a... You could have a little drama session in there.
Yeah.
No, you know what it stinks of to me?
What?
All those tasks is the teachers are given extra work on top of their workload for no extra pay. And they're like, oh, I don't know, like Devil's Snare, sure. I mean, the kids will fucking know about it.
Hagrid's like, yeah, I'll put my dog there.
Yeah, I've got to put it somewhere.
I've got a dog, okay? Which one? The one-headed one or the three-headed one? Which one do you fucking think?
Yeah.
Dumbledore?
I'm not just going to put a fucking fang up there. What's he going to do?
And also, okay, here's another one. To get past Fluffy, the three-headed dog,
Yeah.
they have to play music to put him to sleep, right? But why would Professor Quirrell not just use Avada Kedavra and kill it? He has no care for this dog. Why doesn't he just kill the dog? Why does he go to the effort of enchanting a harp to play itself?
Oh my God.
Have you ever thought that?
No, I've never thought about that.
Just kill the dog.
Why wouldn't you just kill it?
It's sleeping anyway. Even if you don't want to use Avada Kedavra, just get a knife and just stab it in the head.
No, well, that would have been hard.
You reckon?
It was massive. And
Okay, but just Avada
if a
Kedavra
fucking
it.
lion came at you, it's like, oh, I'll just stab the lion.
Yeah, but if it was asleep? You reckon if there was a
It
sleeping
wasn't
lion...
asleep.
Yeah, it was. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
that's
he
why
had to
it-
put it to
yeah,
sleep. Yeah, true.
Yeah, fuck you.
It's like
Sorry, we're
Snorlax.
Sorry.
It's like Snorlax in Pokemon. Remember, you have to wake him up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember
To
Snorlax.
catch
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yeah. But like, why not just kill the dog?
Why not just kill the dog? And if we can isolate that and use that for the promo. That'd be
Promo,
good.
use that for the podcast.
Why not just
award.
kill the dog?
Yeah, just kill it. Kill
Yeah,
the
our
dog.
next podcast awards, which you have to nominate yourself for, don't you?
Yeah.
And pay a fee.
You have to pay like a $400 fee to nominate yourself. No, you don't even necessarily get a nomination. Like to submit your application to be considered for nomination.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
And then to go, wouldn't we have to pay?
You have to pay like $300 for a ticket as well.
Imagine that.
So it's like $1,000.
We would be negative $1,000 just to get ourselves nominated.
Yeah. Fuck.
Maybe.
Anyway, I think Professor Quirrell would have killed the dog. That's all.
I think so as well, and I think you know what? I think we should rewrite the first book.
Yeah.
I think
Well, I kind of did.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that brings us nicely into the podcast, doesn't it?
Should we get into the double F, do you reckon?
I think we should.
Yeah, we'll get into the
I
double
think we
F.
should. Thanks for patiently waiting, everyone. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you okay?
So I was just watching things on my phone. I was just thinking if I had any other little.
Somehow the battery on the laptop has lasted for the 3 episodes we've recorded in a row.
Wow.
Now, what happened at the end of the last chapter, Sam? Remind us what happened last chapter. This sounds like padding.
It does, but what happened at the end of the last chapter?
Mr. Charger was out in the forest and...
Sorry, you're on my microphone cord. I mainly remember that Harry was like, no, sorry, Denise, I can't have sex with you now.
And Denise
She's like, I didn't
ask. Yeah.
Denise is the fat lady, for those who don't. We actually name her. We don't just call her fat lady.
Yeah, it is really sad that the fat lady does not have a name. That everyone at the school, including Dumbledore's just like, oh, the fat lady.
Yeah.
That's so rude.
Now, don't bully anyone, kids, except, anyway, he's the fat lady.
Oh, Dumbledore, look, it's the fat gamekeeper. Oh, how dare you call Hagrid fat? He just called the fat lady fat. That is her name.
Different.
That's different. She's a
Hagrid, the
painting.
fat murderer. Yeah. What? You murdered Moaning Myrtle, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I thought.
But in this fan fiction, the fat lady's name is canonically Denise.
Yeah.
And I like that name for her. I think it fits her.
Yeah.
Do you reckon Denise will play a bigger role in the story?
Yes.
You do?
Yep. Am I just saying yes so we can start?
Hey, are you getting cold from the air
Yeah,
conditioner?
really cold.
Okay, cool.
It's actually,
I'm freezing cold.
I just never thought I'd ever say that in this podcast, because usually it's just hot when we do the podcast.
Why is podcasting always hot?
Ugh.
I remember you used to say with Tim and Sammy it was really hot.
I remember that but Tim's old house,
Yeah.
the sun would just, we would record a lot of those in summer, I reckon, and it was just like,
right.
and then we couldn't, and his fan was really loud, and we had to close all the doors, and it was just hot in that room.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're picking up with chapter 19. Sam, often on this podcast, there's sort of like, we sort of do this thing where the way that we begin the fan fiction is by...
Is it you do it the same way? Is it like a tradition?
Yeah. Every week kind of we do it.
Ritual.
It's like we read the title of the chapter that we're about to read, which kind of makes sense. It's sort of...
I've never heard of that.
It'd be counterintuitive not to start like that, really.
Wow.
Yeah.
But,
so
I like it
as
an idea. In theory. I'm not going to do it, but
I mean, we have said I think Willosophy with Will Anderson. Will always does.
just to work on that.
No, don't. It's with Listener now. But Will always used to go on the pod like, I start this podcast by asking my guest who they are.
Yeah.
And guest who are you, right?
Yeah.
But then he always goes, well, actually, they already know because it's in the title of the pod, which is the exact same as this. Like the title of this episode is the chapter, but we still sort of act like there's an air of mystery around the chapter title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I always forget that.
Yeah. Like the listener already knows exactly what you're about to say, but we're still like stalling. Anyway, read the title of the chapter, I guess.
Chapter 19. Who are you? No, that's not it. Chapter 19. The secret in Hagrid's shit.
Ooh.
Because you think it's going to be like, I initially...
Secret in Hagrid's eyes.
Or Hagrid's hut. Or something like
in
that.
Hagrid's
I was
hut.
like, oh, there's a secret in Hagrid's shit.
Shut. Shit.
Shit.
What do you think? What do you think is the secret in Hagrid? Shit. Just make a wild prediction.
Well, he would have had to have eaten something that is then relevant
To the plot.
to the plot, which we've been struggling to decipher
out
what
the plot.
is at the moment. Maybe Hagrid.
Which you know is what makes any piece of media good, is when you're 19 parts in and you're like, what is the plot of this?
Maybe Hagrid has eaten the Philosopher's Stone and he shits it out.
Possibly, yeah. But that wouldn't be a secret. Maybe it would. Anyway, let's find out. I love a Hagrid chapter.
All right, here we go. The secret in Haggie's shit. Not to say Hagrid, but Haggie's. All right. Okay. Let us begin. After Madame Pomfrey's neck was healed, Gemini was taken to see Madame Pomfrey in the hospital wing.
Did the last chapter not end with Gemini being in the hospital wing and Professor Flitwick Jr. being there?
Yes.
That's a bit misleading.
Definitely already happened.
Yeah.
Madame Pomfrey was fingering.
Okay. Madame Pomfrey in the last 3 chapters has gotten more airtime than in the entire Harry Potter.
That's so true. And also, like, it's not even, you don't even write Madame Pomfrey was fingering herself or like.
Oh, do you need to though?
Yes.
Like if I said.
I prefer if you said none of those words. But if you're going to say.
Like if I was going to say Madame Pomfrey was, that one of the last things you'd want to hear would be fingering, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like if we had a friend, say we had a friend called Samantha, could be like, if I said to you Samantha was fingering, you'd know what I meant.
I'd say fingering who? Fingering what?
Fingering herself.
Well, like, so that you've wasted time. We should have said it straight away.
I thought it was obvious.
It's not.
I thought I was saving time by omitting the word
No.
herself. No. Okay, Madame Pomfrey was fingering.
And then, okay, because Madame Pomfrey, I forgot. I'm so sorry we have to keep saying this. But Madame Pomfrey was fingering. Oh, fuck it. We've already done this.
Yeah.
Why is this book just people having to go to the hospital wing? You know, what is this book? What? This is what the narrator's saying. This is what we're all thinking.
We just talked.
Yeah.
What you're about to hear, we almost just said without the book.
Yeah.
Go.
You know, what is this book? What is this about? What is going on? Hospital wing this, hospital wing that. And why is it called a hospital wing? What is it? A bird? A plane? Superman? Superman didn't have wings. Shut up. This is me just saying this now as Sam. But narrator, you said Superman. And then you argue against yourself. Oh, Superman didn't have wings.
Superman didn't have wings. It's definitely not named after
Well, you just said that.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I can see this is frustrating.
Yeah, this is hurting. There were so many appearances surrounding the reappearance of Gemini.
What?
Fuck. Who was now in a coma until further notice. Gemini
you stay in your coma until further notice.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Gemini's going to be in a coma until further notice, so come back another time. Lockie would not leave his side. There was something that was drawing them together. Probably that they were identical twins. I don't know. Have we confirmed they're identical twins?
Well, I think we just did.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they look identical. So, yeah.
What was Gemini doing in the forest? With 2 R's. Why were his eyes glowing yellow as he emerged?
Why is the narrator asking us the questions
we
we're
don't
asking
know.
ourselves?
Yeah. He appeared to be under a trance that broke when he returned to Lockie. Who knows, honestly.
Who knows?
Hopefully it's revealed.
Yeah.
At some point.
No, well, who knows? The narrator clearly doesn't.
The main thing was Gemini was safe, but the last person he was with was clownish Kimjiri, Mr. Charger, and Vladek.
We know that for a fact.
The boys attended several classes, including a charms class, in which they learned how to levitate a ball sack to shake out any leftover cum.
That feels like a good charm. But is there a specific spell for levitating a ball sack?
There must be.
Yeah, wow.
Instead of Wingardium Leviosa.
Wingardium Leviosac? Yeah, sure.
Knowing Leviosac
Why not?
seems about right.
Yeah. Speaking of sack, Harry Potter and the Boys will be right back. Hey guys, if you like this podcast, please give us a rating on Spotify. 5 stars. We do accept 4. We do not accept anything under 4. Go and give them to another podcast, preferably one of the other Harry Potter podcasts. Go and give them a bad review so we look better. No. But I do think we are the best Harry Potter podcast. So I think, anyway, who am I to say? As well as that, you can leave a review and also check out some of our clips on the TikTok, HPATB Pod, Instagram, Harry Potter memes going up again at HPATB Pod. Check out my YouTube Radio Mike where I also put shorts up from this show. And check out my other podcast, 20th Century Boy, the conversations you wish you were having about the stuff that no one else cares about. My weekly take on the week in pop culture. Would love for you to move over there if you want twice as much Mikey in your life. But if you want just the same amount of Mikey as you're getting now, then don't listen to that. And if you want double the Sammy, go and follow him on Instagram at Sam Garlep. And maybe it won't be exactly double because I don't... Anyway, you get it. Let's get back to the show.
So, okay, to shake out any leftover... God, your knowledge of health and biology is second to none. A history of magic class in which they learned the history of Squelch Cavendish, an American wizard that invented Wizard Pops, a wizard cereal that sold millions of copies around the globe every
It's not
day.
fucking a CD.
Yeah, millions of copies around the
Of
globe.
this box of cereal.
That is so funny. Wizard cereal that sold millions of copies around the globe every day that tasted like sardines on toast. That's horrible. And why a cereal
Maybe
that
the
tastes like...
wizards are into that though.
And we never found out what spirit jumps were from the last chapter.
That's true.
And a transfiguration class in which Hermione... Oh, no, it's right here.
Oh.
And a transition class in which Hermione began teaching them the art of the spirit jump.
But weren't they already learning it?
They were, yeah, they were.
Well, didn't the last chapter say, oh, no one could
They
pick it
hadn't
up?
quite mastered it
And then
yet.
this one's like, she started teaching it.
Yeah. A kind of magic that allows you to inhabit an object by coming on it. As cum is a life force of the soul, as evidenced by the Commentors.
That all makes sense. That all adds up.
Wow. That'd be a horrible class to be a part of.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you'd be in a class with 30 other people all just debating.
Well, if 15 of them are girls, they wouldn't be participating because they can't come.
Well,
Does feel like a
I don't think
male-specific spell. They can't come. They can come.
they have their own
But they
little...
can't come. Yeah, but anyway.
Let's...
I don't think girl come
Let's...
has like...
It's different. Let's not reveal what we know or don't know. I'm a virgin. I've always said that.
Cool. Neville.
Okay. They were enjoying it all, but it was an extremely hard form of magic, and no one could quite get it right, which is what I said in the last part.
chapter.
Which Hermione said was normal, and just getting the basics down was fine. This is why we have nightly masturbation.
Is that Hermione saying that? Or
I
that
guess so.
Aurelia
I mean-
saying that because it's not in quotation.
It's not in quotation marks, but it kind of feels like she must have said that vibe.
Yeah.
Paraphrased by the narrator. They next had divination with Hagrid, who knew nothing about divination. In fact, the last few divination classes, which happened off screen, simply consisted of Hagrid standing at the front of the class in front of the blackboard, where he just wrote, "Don't you have potions?" And "You better go to potions now."
Now, Hagrid became the divination. Because he crushed Lavender Brown in one of the early chapters.
So then he had to take over?
I don't think he had to take over. I think Harry just announced it as if it was planned.
Yeah, that's right. Well,
And now that I think about it, the title of the podcast, I'm now seeing a parallel to something that happens in the actual Harry Potter divination class.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm just...
Oh, yeah, I've seen it too.
Have a think.
But have a think.
Okay, so Hagrid, and I love how it says they had already had divination classes, but they just haven't featured in the book.
Off screen.
Yeah, off screen.
As the boys walked up the spiraling staircase to the divination classroom, they had to begun running. Oh, fuck you. What the fuck?
Oh my God. Fucking hell.
As the boys walked up the spiraling staircase to the divination classroom, they had to begun running because several darts began shooting out of the wall. The darts had poison in them and had "darts to kill the boys" written on them.
I love that they had time to pick the darts up and...
Or like they're flying past and like, that one just said the darts kill the boys on it. As they ran, they looked up and heard stereotype French music.
Here we go.
And saw Monsieur Chargeur at the very top of the staircase looking down at them, looking fake surprised.
Ooh.
Oh, are you boys okay? What happened? How can I help you? A piano then fell from the roof, which was actually Piano Jones.
Oh, Piano.
He's back.
He's back.
I think I predicted he would be back.
I think you did, yeah. Glad
Because
he's
at this
back.
point, he had won American Idol.
For those who don't know, Piano Jones was a piano who earlier in the book fell from the sky for a reason I can't remember.
But then when he landed, made such a good sound.
Coincidentally played like a Beethoven's symphony or something.
And then
Simon from
Cowell.
America. Well, we don't know if it was Simon Cowell because it just says Simon from American Idol.
wow, you must come on American Idol. You must come on American Idol. It's also like
No, I think he said you have to come and audition. and then maybe this is confirmation that he won.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it said he won because it gave us a little. Oh, you know he.
and then he won American Idol. Yes,
Yeah. So great to have him.
Because so a piano fell from the roof, which was actually Piano Jones, because at this point he had won American Idol, but he hadn't gotten massive yet, so he was still working a part-time job falling from the sky.
I love that. You can pay a piano. Hey, mate, I'm just looking for someone to fall out of the sky tomorrow. Yeah, no worries.
Come to the right piano.
Come to the right place. So yeah, we're the cheapest in London. We're actually the cheapest.
And as you can see, my slogan is I'm a piano, but I always say piano yes. And that's me, Piano Jones.
Oh, like I was gonna go, and yours is better, but I was gonna go like, and maybe people who are musicians would know better. You know, we're called pianos, but when we fall to the sky, we're forte,
Yeah.
soft, loud.
Oh, actually, maybe you'd be like, being a piano falling from the sky is my forte.
Yeah.
Or something like
That's
that.
way better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Falling from the sky is our forte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, falling pianos. Falling from the sky. Yeah. Plummeting pianos, maybe it'd be called.
Yeah.
Piano Jones plummeting pianos. Falling
Yeah.
from the sky is our forte.
I'm trying to think of other piano puns, but yours was very good. Piano.
It's the better the piano you know.
I just love him on the phone. Like, you know, you can go down to Darren Maguire's piano drops, cheap pianos. And when they fall from the sky, they're not going to crush anyone because they're made of bad material.
And the sound they are going to make, it's not going to, it's not going to make anyone famous.
Sometimes don't tell them I told you this. Sometimes they're dropping keyboards from the sky. They're not even dropping pianos.
You're joking.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know the difference. They see an electric keyboard. They're like, oh, yeah, it's a piano. Yeah, it's not.
Wow.
Piano Jones is plummeting pianos. We're only dropping pianos. My uncle dropped 10 times last week because we're short-staffed. The reality is we're short-staffed. There aren't enough pianos.
It's hard to find good...
It's hard to find good pianos who are willing to fall from the sky, and that's why we're the best. And yes, our prices are higher, but that's because we deliver. That's because. And if you want a cheap as shit fucking piano, go to Darren Maguire's Piano Emporium.
Yeah.
Pay him $99. See what you get from your experience.
I'll tell you what, you'll be back.
I'll tell you what. We'll see you here. You'll be back. Yeah. Anyway,
So that's it.
none of that was in the book.
So he hadn't gotten Oh, well, he was still. Oh, well, I mean, it actually says in the book he was still working a part-time job falling from the sky, even though I imagine it was his company.
He was owning. Yeah, maybe he does. Like
him and
maybe
his
he does
family
own the
business, yeah.
company, but
And
he's stepped back a bit.
Yeah, he's working full-time. He's working part-time, but he's the owner of the company.
Yeah. He's got other pianos doing the day-to-day stuff.
So he's part-time job falling from the sky, but he was about to do a collaboration song with Guy Sebastian and Shannon Knoll together from Australian Idol.
And that's never happened. Guy and Shannon. So for those, I think we've talked about it before. Guy Sebastian, first ever winner of Australian Idol, still quite big in Australian pop culture. Like he's a judge on The Voice, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Shannon Knoll, runner-up, was kind of big, like had a meme sort of comeback. You don't hear much from him now.
No, him and I think either DZ Death Rays or another band have recently been doing a collaboration but song that plays at the that they've performed at the NRL, but it is sponsored by KFC.
The song is.
Yeah, because it's called, instead of Friday Night Footy, the song is Fried Night Footy. They go Fried Night Footy, Friday Night Footy.
So is it like a full song?
I think it's a full song.
Wow.
But it's sponsored by KFC. And it's called Fried Night Footy.
You know, I'm glad Shannon's doing that. That's good.
It's not great though, is it?
No. He's not a judge on The Voice.
Like, and
Guy
it's weird.
Sebastian
It's weird.
is.
Like, hey, we need you to do a song that's kind of for the footy, but kind of for KFC and another band.
Yeah.
All right, sure.
But also, I don't like I don't want sponsored songs to become a thing.
Well, that's one.
I know. I don't want it to be like, hey, Taylor Swift's new song, and it's called Adidas. Adidas is better than Nike.
Yeah.
And Adidas is better than Nike. I wear their shoes all of the time. I don't want that. I don't like that you can sponsor a song.
That's pretty good though.
Anyway, let's continue. I can't even remember what's happening.
Leave us a lot. The piano, they were in the staircase and the piano trains has fallen, but they also had darts that are trying to kill the boys.
Yeah.
Leave us alone. Stop trying to kill us, the boys yelled.
And the boys really have melded into one being now.
I am not trying to kill you. I just happen to be here at the same time that all these things are happening, Monsieur Charger responded. Now, has there been any Al post about my French accent?
No, I think you're doing great.
Well, I'll take it as
You know, if
a bit of chit chat. Should we bring up speaking of feedback? Sorry, a bit of a mid-chappy feedback.
This is like months later from when it
I can't
happened.
believe we've taken this long to remember this one bit of actual chit chat we had.
Do you want to bring it,
Tidbit.
or you bring it?
Well, we had we weren't sure if it was a negative review or not on the podcast. The podcast app.
Months ago now, when Bella, our Patreon supporter, was in the studio with us.
Yep. And the review was from Yeetmaster
467.
467,
Yeah.
and they wrote something like, "Great podcast,
Love the pod.
love the pod, hate Sammy though."
Yeah. Which is so mean.
And look, we probably knew they were joking.
Yeah. Because we don't hate Sammy. We love Sammy.
And I knew they were joking, and then I think maybe in my response took it a bit too far.
Oh, really?
Oh, I just remember being like,
Fuck you, Yeet Master. Yeah,
yeah,
but we knew you were joking.
I hope they knew I
And
was.
I think that was in the spirit of the show.
I hope so, but I think then anyway, you alerted me to the fact that you went back to the reviews and it had changed.
Yeah. Yeet Master has updated his review, which I
Or
did
her.
not, or her. I did not know you could do that.
I didn't know you could do that either. But
So, sorry, oh yeah, you were going to say.
no, are you going to read it now? Are you going to read out what
Yeah, Yeetmaster437, 5-star review. This was the original review. This is so freaking yummy. Hate Sammy though.
Yeah.
And then now the review after that says, jokes, they both bring so much laughter to the show and it just wouldn't be the same without Sammy. It actually says, but it would be really cool if you got Luke Kidgel or Lewis Spears on. P.S. This is the yummiest podcast in the West, as opposed to the East.
The East or the...
So Luke Gidgel and Lewis Spears have both been on this podcast.
Yeah.
But I think you've been better than both of them every time. So
Well, thank you.
yeah,
But
I mean, I'm sure they'd come back.
it is. But look, what it does say is that Yeet Master actually does listen and enjoy the podcast.
Yes.
So-
and he does like you.
And I think it's one of those things where maybe Yeet Master thought this will be a funny little joke, but then
Yeah.
realized that we
didn't get it.
You can't really get tone across
Via an Apple review.
But
Leave one, by the way.
leave one. But so Yeet Master, thank you for kind of
Amending.
reneging.
Yeah.
But then also saying you would rather some of the people on here. Well, and
but, I mean, Sammy's good, but it would be great if you could get, Stephen Fry would make a
Stephen Fry would be good.
as well.
I wonder if Yeet Master then is an old fan that's come across from when you were on Luke and Lewis.
Which was a long time ago, but you'd assume yes.
Or is it just Pat?
It's
Producer
not
Pat.
Pat. It wouldn't be Pat.
Because Pat doesn't listen.
But for those who didn't get the Stephen Fry reference, once someone wrote in, and please write in again, I think you still do, and said you should get Stephen Fry as a guest. And I was like, at that point I was doing the podcast from my bedroom in the Northcote share house I was living in. I'm like, mate, we are so far from getting Stephen Fry on this show.
A hilarious thing of like, oh, have you tried Stephen Fry? Like,
Yeah.
just casually. Like, yeah.
Like, I even think asking like Hamish or Andy to do this show would even be a stretch.
Yeah.
And I personally know them.
I think they wouldn't do it.
Yeah, me too.
I think that they know you, they like you,
Yeah.
but they would, they would say, no. Thanks, though.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeet Master really came through. Yeet Master, if you're down, reveal your identity. Would love to know who you are. Would love to know the Yeet Master.
Thanks for getting in touch. Glad you enjoy the podcast.
Yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
So,
Because we haven't even got to the divination class yet.
no. The boys walked into now we have. The boys walked into the divination classroom, which was up a ladder, which was definitely a HR issue.
That's true, actually. You have to climb that big ladder.
Just one little thing of continuity here.
Yeah.
They're walking up the staircase.
Yeah.
Monsieur Charger is above them,
Oh, at the top of the staircase.
up
Yeah.
on the piano, throwing the darts.
Yeah.
But now they've gotten to the top.
I guess they just walk
Do
past
they just walk
him.
past him?
I think so. I guess so. I don't know.
Just not referenced at all. Hagrid was standing at the front of the class talking to Cheeseman Damo.
Interesting. Cheeseman Damos. He's always around as well, isn't he?
Oh, hello, boys. Enjoy your class. Wait, Professor Damo. Luke shouted after him as he descended the ladder, but he was gone. Why was he shouting at him?
It sucks.
Hi, Hagrid, the boys all said. You better go to potions now.
Sigh. Sorry, I had to join
Yeah, that was great. Hagrid began handing out cups to each of the students.
Oh, it's a Dimmy line.
Yeah.
I love how Dimmy's a year below them, but he just is in.
Pops
Now
up
he's.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Awesome.
Jimmy began.
This is like in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, where they read the tea leaves to tell their future. I'm so good at divination. Oh my God, I'm looking at man right now. I'm going to marry a billionaire. I'm going to marry a billionaire. I'm going to have a pool. I'm going to go to space. When I'm 15, I'm going to have a pool. I'm going to go to space when I'm 15. And I'm going to... I don't want to say this next part.
That's okay, Dimmy. You don't have to say it if you don't want to, Lockie said. Dimmy looked sheepish.
Because you think I thought where this joke was going was like he's saying like, I'm going to marry a billionaire, I'm going to go to space, I'm going to be rich, I'm going to have a pool. And then like the joke is like, oh, and I'm going to die when I'm 17 of horrific causes like that.
Yeah.
He's making it up,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
he makes up something bad. But it does appear that the joke is going in a different direction.
So, and then Lockie's like, oh, that's okay, Dimmy. You don't have to say it if you don't want to, Lockie said. Dimmy looked sheepish.
Well, I didn't want to say it, but since Lucky is insisting and forcing me to, according to this, I'm going to win the biggest penis award at the Peonies next year.
The beanies.
The beanies.
Oh, like
According to this, I'm going to win the biggest penis award at the peonies next year. And I'll be runner up for most head gotten in 1 year. I'm seriously not bragging. I did not want to say that.
Sorry, that was not in there. We're going to say that. I like that the peonies is, like the loggies or the bulkies. Yeah. A lot of people would know
We were
about.
talking about the bulkies a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Hang on. Those aren't tea leaves, Hagrid. Those aren't tea leaves. Hagrid, is that your shit? Said Rob. Aye. So Hagrid said.
Aye.
This is what we both thought earlier.
Yeah.
The secret.
So,
in Hagrid's shit.
so Hagrid has shit into cups.
Into
He's been
cups.
like, oh, read the secrets in the shit.
Yeah. And what do we do with it? Asked Sam. Sam, aren't you happy? Aren't you happy, Sam? Hagrid replied, which was just something he said in the last book or two books ago.
Yeah.
Aren't you happy, Sam? I don't have the best. Because Pat did a good voice of it.
Aren't you happy, Sam?
And Zach Miller
did a
really
great
good
voice, yeah.
Can your shit tell the future? Asked Derek. Jordan Borden, Hagrid replied.
Interesting.
Isn't Jordan Borden the student that got murdered by Vladek? What's that all about? Why do you keep saying it? Said Michael. Jordan Borden, said Hagrid, who moved back to scurry through a drawer at the end of the room, as though he was looking for something important.
Okay.
Okay, Rob said, which is exactly what the next line was. This is ristinculous, said Rolocki, which is a great way of using a spell as a little pun.
Yeah, true. That was the bog fart
This is
spell.
ristinculous. Sorry, I just had a missed call, but I will.
Do you need to take it?
No, I'll just call
Who
them.
is it?
It's Mel. I'll call it back.
That's cute.
Star Performance.
Cool.
What is it?
I don't know.
It's the Moulin Rouge, cast.
yeah.
Sorry, that's
guys. We're
not...
just looking at unrelated stuff that impacts no one.
Okay. It's you anyway. This is ristinculous, said Lockie.
Come on. It's not that bad. Let me read your shit to tell your fortune.
Dimmy said.
Let me read your shit.
Yeah, Dimmy said as he grabbed Lockie's mug.
Okay, let's see here. Okay. First of all, you're going to be deceived by someone you thought was your friend. That's pretty cool. Your life and the lives of people who love you are going to be in mortal peril, and you'll find out that the truth isn't always what you've been told it is.
Oh.
And it looks like you'll win smallest.
Sorry.
And it looks like you'll win smallest penis award at the Peonies next year. Congratulations, Lucky. That's awesome.
That is so funny.
Because then it's like, has he made all of that up?
Or is it,
Because that does feel like a foreboding, like you're going to be deceived by someone who you thought was your friend. That's pretty cool. Your life and the lives of the people who love you are going to be in mortal peril, and you'll find out that the truth isn't always what you've been told it is.
Yeah, I've got a few ideas for that, but let's...
Say them.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I think I think like all the boys will just be in mortal peril as they usually are.
Okay.
I think the truth isn't always. Does that mean that he is Gemini's twin, or that they're not twins or something? And then maybe the person that deceived by someone that you thought was your friend. It's probably Cheeseman Damo.
Okay. Interesting.
Everyone looked at the shit in Lockie's mug and literally just saw a giant piece of shit. So that's hilarious. It's a turd in a mug.
No, you're going to win the smallest penis award.
Yeah.
That's good. That's still an award.
What the fuck? It's a piece of shit. Found it, yelled Hagrid so loudly that there was actually an earthquake in Trinidad and Tobago. It's the second time they've been mentioned. Which disappointed nearly dickless Ned as he wanted to have his next holiday there.
Wasn't he there? Wasn't that why it got mentioned last time? Because nearly dickless Ned was on holiday there or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, anyway.
Hagrid returned to the boys' desk where he slapped down a piece of paper. But it wasn't a piece of paper. It was, in fact, a photo.
Oh.
They studied it closely. Hang on. This is the photo in the Daily Prophet of Mr. Charger, Vladek, Jordan Borden, Mailman, and Clannish Kimjiri with Harry in their third year from one of the earlier chapters.
That's right. And Jackie Hatton actually did this chapter. It was when they were on the night bus, the Shunpike Express, actually.
Yes, yeah.
I don't think you listened to that episode.
No, I listened to it.
You did.
Maybe I didn't, but he bought it.
And Harry was on and reading the Daily Prophet, and on the front of the Daily Prophet was this photo of all of them.
Yeah.
Because the story was about Vladek breaking out of Kazkaban.
Yep.
This is interesting.
Why are you showing us this? Asked Tom. Hang on. There's someone else in this photo. The one in the paper must have been cropped, said Michael. They noticed that, yes, indeed, on the right-hand side of the photo, next to the slightly younger Harry Potter who was posing with students, was another student, laughing and smiling. That's a young Professor Damo, said Rob. What?
But didn't we already know, wasn't there a chapter where Harry Potter was like, oh yeah, Damo and Mr. Chudger were like best friends at school until, and then he like trails off?
Okay,
when he was talking to Malfoy
Yeah, actually, yeah.
in the psychology. You don't remember this, do you?
I kind of do, but I...
Yeah, I kind of. A lot of stuff happens in this book.
Yeah. Jordan Borden, said Hagrid again. The boys all looked at Hagrid. Was he trying to tell them something? Who knows? Probably. I don't know, to be honest.
I hate that.
A cow died and a shop closed down because they were going out of business. A lot of stuff happened that day too. Also, a lady got pregnant. And that's the end of the chapter. So that's just...
Can you read the last paragraph?
Yeah. The last paragraph, once again, goes like this in full. The boys looked at Hagrid. Was he trying to tell them something? Who knows? Probably. I don't know, to be honest. A cow died and a shop closed down because they were going out of business. A lot of stuff happened that day too. Also, a lady got pregnant.
Is that separate to a lot of stuff that happened that day?
I don't know. I took it as kind of like...
cow died.
I almost take it as the narrator being like, look, I don't know, a lot of stuff happened that day. Like, yes, Hagrid was doing shit, but a cow died and a shop closed down.
A shop closed down because they were going out of business.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff happened. Also, a lady got pregnant.
Maybe it's the fat lady.
Denise. No, but she had a period recently though.
Well, then maybe, yeah, but it might
Could have been in the...
But then but since then.
Okay, but like timeline wise, this is like a couple days after the chapter where she had her period. So if she had had sex and gotten pregnant, there's no way she'd know she was pregnant yet. I don't think.
Yeah, but the narrator knows.
I don't think it was the I don't think it was the fat lady.
Well, anyway, that's the end of that chapter.
Okay, let's take a look at the title of the next chapter, chapter 20. Oh,
That sounds like a normal chapter name.
Do you want to give hints as to what it is? This will be Jackie's first chapter.
It's a meal with a family.
Okay.
Is that too much information? No.
Christmas with the Cranks.
Wow, it could be that.
Wow. Interesting ending there. And you think Cheeseman Damo, because it said, okay, so
Yeah.
you speak your mind. Speak your mind.
I think Cheeseman Damo can turn out to be evil, which is annoying because...
We like him.
And last year he seemed normal when he appeared once, twice. Or that's a red herring and there's another evil entity.
But it did say you're going to be betrayed by someone you thought was your friend.
Well, there's another character that it could be.
Who?
Socky.
Okay.
That's my other thought. I said that a few chapters ago, actually. Because then what if...
Socky, though?
What? Yeah.
The puppet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Damo. Well, that's my two ideas. I mean, no bad ideas in a brainstorm.
No.
So Mike just hates all my ideas. So
No.
sorry for being creative and having
Cheeseman Damo,
curious mind.
Cheeseman Damo is in the photo.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Anyway,
Oh yeah, that is interesting.
Sam,
Yeah.
we won't hear from you for another 3 weeks because
Wow.
Jackie's going to sub in for 3 weeks. Which,
Great.
Yeetmaster will love.
Oh yeah, you'd be stoked about
Well,
it.
actually,
Won't you?
he probably won't. He's probably wishes Luke Kitchell was coming on.
Yeah. Sorry if I don't bring that energy. I like Luke.
Luke's great. He's gotten really big.
Yeah.
He's gotten huge.
Really fat.
No, like big
Oh,
fame-wise.
sorry. Yeah. I thought.
He's not Denise.
No.
HPATB pod on TikTok and Instagram, at Sam Garlep on Instagram, at radio.mike on Instagram.
Yeah.
check out my YouTube. I put clips up as well.
Thanks so much for having me. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, and thanks for the last few weeks because we've done them all in pretty quick succession.
We've done these all in a row. But also, the reason why Jackie's subbing in for 3 weeks is not because like Sam's not doing a good job. So Yeet Master, don't get any ideas. It's just because you're super busy, and rather than get you to do like we literally could have had to have done like 7 episodes in one day for it to be all Sam. So I said, why don't you do 3, and then I'll just ask Jackie to do 3.
And because I'm going away before you.
Exactly,
so
you're in Darwin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just, that's how it kind of worked out. I didn't want to make Sam have to sit here for 10 hours.
It's
doing
because
this.
I've really taken Yeet Master's comments to heart, and
he
I've
needs
lost
a
my
refresh.
passion for podcasting. No, that's not
Sorry, guys. But that is it. We'll
miss
be
you guys.
back next week. Sam won't. Jackie will. That's it. Have fun. I can't keep talking like this. Can you take over from me right now?
Harry Potter and the Boys is a
Nah,
podcast.
you didn't-
Now it's over.
Oh, I like that.
not
A
too bad.
wrap. Harry Potter and the Boys is a podcast. Now it's over. Don't have another drink. You said you were staying sober.
Oh, I like that.
You do the next one.
Oh no. Oh.
Come on.
Okay. It's Mikey L and Sammy G always talking shit.
Time to hit the studio and make another hit.
Whoa.
Goodbye, amores.
Yeah.
And we're yeeing and we're harring and we're happy guys and we're leeing and we're larring and we're...
Telling so many lies.
Ooh.
No. All right, bye.
Want more of me right now? Head to 20th Century Boy, my other podcast. It's out every Thursday. It's a weekly take on all things pop culture, the conversations you wish you were having about the stuff that no one else cares about. Leave a rating for Harry Potter and the Boys on Spotify or Apple or wherever you listen. And as well as that, tell your friends about the show. Chuck it in the group chat. Say, guys, this podcast is hilarious. You have to listen. If you don't, we're not friends anymore and I'm leaving this group chat. But seriously, word of mouth is what's growing this show. So if you have friends who are Harry Potter fans who you think might like this, please send it to them and get your friends around it. All right. Thanks, guys. See you next week. This podcast was a Radio Mike original production. Head to radiomike.com.au to check out all our other content. Stay up to date at radio.mike on Instagram and get in touch, radiomikepod@gmail.com.